I'm Bree.
And I'm Jeanne.
And we are doing No Screen Time, Steam Time, and today we will be exploring engineering.
Which is, say it with us,
the E in STEAM.
We will also discover how reinforcing structures is important to making them stronger.
And experience a great activity that taught us how to build something useful that we can probably use around the house and maybe to annoy our siblings, I don't know.
And that is going to be an expandable grabber.
And don't forget to be on the lookout for the following STEAM vocabulary, which are
Reinforce,
which is to strengthen or support an object or substance, especially with additional materials.
extension,
Which is a part that is added to something to either enlarge or prolong it.
okay, and joints.
Which is the point where parts of any kind of structure are joined. So, and then for our lesson, we're going to focus on building an extension of our hand. So we're going to be building this nifty little guy so we can reach things further. And we're going to learn how to reinforce our grabber to make it stronger and more durable. And you'll see why we need to do it, because if you don't, it kind of falls apart.
All right.
So that is something that we are going to do today.
Okay. So for this activity, you're going to need craft sticks or popsicle sticks, a scissors, hot glue gun, so you'll want a parent or older siblings help with this, some tape, toothpicks, and straws. And we'll explain the straws as we go through.
As well as the tape and the hot glue gun, because both are optional. It just really depends how you want to reinforce your structure.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it. All right, so we have all of our supplies here. We have our craft sticks. As you can see, ours are colored. They came that way. You don't have to use colored ones, but if you want to paint them or maybe do some special designs on them to make your grabber a little bit more stylish, you can. Okay. And then we have our straws. So you can do it with milkshake straws. I found that honestly, these were a little too big for our popsicle sticks. As you can see, they kind of just like don't really hold the popsicle stick. So we cut ours to make them a little bit smaller, which now they kind of end up looking like more of a regular straw, I think, in my opinion. I think that's probably about the same size as a regular straw. So you could use regular straw, or you can try the milkshake straw, whatever you guys have on hand.
And to do this, we just cut the slit on the side of the straw, and then we put it over the craft stick and then squeezed it so that it made it smaller, and then taped it so it would stay that way.
So that's a couple of different options for you guys to try. And then we have our tape, which you can use to either reinforce it. For me, that didn't work too well for me. I just personally didn't like it. It wasn't as sturdy as I would have liked it. So that's why I chose hot glue gun. But if you guys don't have a hot glue gun, try the tape or vice versa. See which one works better for you. And then also toothpicks. You can also use skewers. Those are going to be a little bit thicker, a little bit sturdier, but we had toothpicks on hand, and so that's what we decided to use today.
Okay.
All right, so you ready? Jeanne and I are going to work together to make this. But so you're going to start out with your straw. You're going to go ahead and cut it into about, I don't know, what is that, 1.5 inches to 2 inches?
Yes.
Cut about 8 of these, okay? And that's going to make your one grabber. And you're going to need 8 popsicle sticks. So what you're going to do is you're going to want 2 popsicle sticks into 1 straw like that. And you're going to want to leave a little bit of room because that's in the middle. So that's where we're going to poke our little toothpick in when we join them. So you'll see that. So we're going to go ahead and do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, okay?
Okay.
Ooh, excuse me.
Second one. And so we're trying to get it kind of centered.
Yes.
On there. All right.
So as much as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. And we're going to go through and hot glue gun this so that way that kind of makes it a little bit sturdier for them to stay in and hold our structure together better.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is start crisscrossing them. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and stab our little things in them so we can get those holes in them right away and then start filling it with hot glue so that way we can start gluing it. We're also going to add an extra one of these onto, oopsie, each end. So
Okay.
for that, and then we're gonna do one for these ones as well. Just one extra one, just like that. Perfect. All right, Jean, so you wanna go ahead and we're just gonna crisscross them right here at the joint.
Okay, so
And
the
that's where we're
extra
gonna stab.
pieces.
Yes. And then the extra
Okay.
pieces, yeah, have them on top, so that's where we're gonna connect those ones later. Okay?
All right, so we're just going to eye this up. So the toothpick goes in right between the two sticks,
Yes.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
and I thought that would be harder to do, but it's
Yeah.
not.
I thought so too, but it's actually pretty easy to kind of poke through.
Oh, goodness. Maybe not. You know what? Because I was going through where the straw is double, if I line these up so that I get it through single layer of straws. That's what I was doing wrong.
And it might be good to have a parent or guardian help you out with this part right here, maybe an older sibling, just someone so that way you don't poke yourself accidentally because it will kind of hurt. All right, and you see how our like popsicle sticks are popping out left and right? That's why we're gonna hot glue gun them. So, or you can wrap around tape.
There.
Like I said, it just didn't work out that well for me, but it might work really well for you.
Okay, I got this one done. I struggled a little bit, but I kept turning that straw so that I just went through the single layer sides of it. So I know enough this time to turn it so that'll work again. Hopefully I'll get this one better.
Yes, and if you need to snap them like how mine did and then use the table to kind of push them through, use it because that will make it easier for you to get it through and not struggle so much or hurt yourself in the process. And then we're gonna go to these end pieces and just have a little bit hanging out on the side and do the exact same thing because then we're gonna join these to jean sticks.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
And then yours are all good to go. Let me see. And then same thing. So hers is gonna go, I'm just gonna stab this through her little extra end right here. That went through pretty easy. Just like that. And then same thing, let me see. On this one, we're just gonna add that extra one right there. And actually, let's do a different color so then that way they can kind of see where they join. And we're just gonna stab this one through.
Works out better if you go through a
there we
single
go.
layer. There you go.
There we go. And then just make sure. And then now we can kind of twist it like this. And actually, you can go ahead and remove one of these toothpicks, but it works out great because then we have a hole.
Already. All right.
Yes, we already have the hole there. So your grabber should look something like this now. Now you can see it still works, but
right.
it's not very sturdy. So now what we're gonna go through and do is fill these up, and I'm definitely gonna need Jean's help with this because we're gonna fill these up with hot glue.
Okay.
So
Here.
you're gonna pretty much fill it all the way to like where, just squeeze a good amount to where the toothpick is. That way when we insert it, it'll be good. And I like to use a pair of scissors because it is hot, guys, so be careful, to kind of cinch it shut and hold it there for a minute. So then that way it completely glues together, and then it also creates this little, I don't know, bubble.
The excess
to
that
kinda-
squeezes out and then gives it more security, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I like to do. And you guys can add more to the outside if you want to. If you want to go ahead and do the next one, Jean, I'm going to go ahead and continue kind of squeezing that one a little bit.
Yep. There.
Perfect. And then same thing, just kind of insert it.
That's a good idea using the scissors. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, I think I burned myself a couple times. So yeah, a lot of trial and error with this one, guys. So that's what you guys need to do too. Just kind of see what works, see what doesn't. Maybe you guys like it a certain way better. That's kind of part of engineering, is figuring out what's going to be the easiest
Right.
and use the least amount of materials to do it.
Or if you find that you're going to be using tape, right around here is where you would put the tape, where that straw and the popsicle stick come together.
And I've also seen people reinforce theirs with some popsicle, like either skewers or what are these, toothpicks, taped on this to kind of help make that joint where it joins together. a little bit stronger. Uh-oh.
Okay.
So you can do that too. I found that I didn't really need to do that because I felt like it was pretty sturdy. Go ahead. And then same thing. Oops. Maybe a plastic plate or paper plate or paper, something that you don't mind getting kind of messy when the glue drips. Oops. Would be a good idea. There.
Yeah,
So-
because they have a tendency to drip anyway while they are sitting there waiting to be used, so
Yeah.
you will want that.
And we're just going to keep continuing to do this as we go along. So you're just going to do that for each joint, and then we will be good to go, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So as you can see, we finished hot gluing all of our ends together. We also trimmed off the excess toothpicks so that way they're not poking us or just getting stuck on stuff. And just make it look a little bit neater.
Looks good.
Yeah, and so it works pretty well. Now we're going to add some little grabbers on here. So as you can see, I learned with this one, I did them both on here, but I realized I probably should have done one on the back so that way they're a little more even. So when we're grabbing stuff, so that's what we're going to do this time. So for that, we just need to cut off little hands off of one of these sticks.
And you can do whatever length. And grab the end of that then.
There we go, perfect.
And same length, looks good.
Yeah, it looks about right.
There.
Actually, that was pretty darn good, Jeanne. So now you're just gonna, hot glue gun it. So we're gonna go ahead, or you could tape it, up to you. And we're gonna go ahead and kind of face it inward. So that way it kind of is more of a grip. And I'm also gonna add some on top just to kind of help secure it, reinforce it with the glue, okay? We're gonna kind of let that set for a minute. And then we're gonna do the same thing with this one, but we're gonna put it on the back side. So let's let that dry for a minute, and then we're gonna test it and see how well it actually works. So we're gonna try a cup, maybe we'll try like the tape or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll try a couple different things and see how well they work.
Okay, so should we test with that one?
We definitely
That one's already
can.
set. All right.
Oh, let me go ahead and do this real quick.
Finish it off.
Yes, over here. Oops. Another thing you guys can do to kind of make your like little grippers more like able, I don't know what the word would be, to grab stuff a little easier maybe, or secure, is maybe wrap some rubber bands around them so that they have a better grip. That's what it is, so that they have a better grip on stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and let that one dry. So now we're gonna go ahead and try this one. Let that dry. So let's see. Oops. If I don't knock it over. So.
All right.
Pretty good.
Let's try this.
Okay. So, you want to try it actually? Let me move the glue gun out of your way. Don't want you to burn yourself.
All right, so I'm going to figure out which way to grab it the best. Like this.
Oh,
There
nice.
you go. So you can try all kinds of things around your house. Find out what's too heavy, what doesn't work, what it will work for. Get just the right grip on there. And like Bree said, if you do have the rubber bands around the end, that will make them
The grip a little more.
make the grip, yes. Oh, fun.
A little better. And then that way too, if you guys try something that it can't pick up, maybe it's not strong enough, maybe find other ways to reinforce your joints and everything, and maybe see if that helps so that you can pick it up.
Yeah.
All right, and I think this one's just
Cool.
done.
Looks good.
yeah.
Yeah, very fun.
Pretty fun. Try it out, guys, okay? And let us know how it goes.
Yeah, share any pictures or videos with us. Just tag us on Facebook. We'd love to see them. And have fun.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.